Hey you guys, it's your girl T, and I want to go ahead and shout out Veronica Adams. So Veronica was one of the first ones to send me this crazy story, and once again it's coming from Chicago. So what's going down in Chicago is that basically we have a zookeeper or a zoo employee. I don't think she kept the animals, but she worked in fast food at the zoo. And she decided to take a selfie all the while tagging her job and basically stated that she's tired of serving these, rude ass white people. So once she said that and she tagged her job, her post went viral and folks started calling for her termination, and she was eventually fired. This whole situation is causing controversy online. I want you guys to go ahead and check out this news clip, and I'm gonna come back with the rest of my commentary.
From Brookfield Zoo, after an employee's racist post sparked outrage from zoo visitors. NBC5's Leanne Trotter tells us the zoo has taken prompt action in response to the post.
Brookfield Zoo says the employee pictured in this social media post no longer works there. The picture appears to be taken at a zoo concession stand. The text says, "At work, serving these rude, expletive white people." Brookfield Zoo responded with the following statement. This employee's statements in social media are in violation of our policies and do not reflect our institution's values. We have zero tolerance for these kinds of divisive behaviors.
I think common sense is not always common practice when it comes to social media.
Anne-Marie Mitchell is an associate professor of PR studies at Columbia College. She says any organization is at risk for a potential social media crisis.
Two things are really happening here. One is young people don't understand the impact of social media, and two, employers are not doing enough to get ahead of the issue.
That's pretty rude. But that post, that's not going to stop us from coming here.
Brookfield Zoo's Facebook page has been inundated with comments from supporters of the zoo and those who say they may take their business elsewhere. The zoo responded saying, "We hope you continue to hold Brookfield Zoo in high regard and not let the actions of one individual overshadow the long-standing good work of the Chicago Zoological Society."
So I think based on what I've seen so far, the zoo seems to be handling this appropriately now.
She also offers this advice for social media users.
If your mother or your grandmother would not be proud of this post, don't post it.
Reporting from Brookfield Zoo, Leanne Trotter.
And degrading social media posts apparently by a Brookfield Zoo employee, and at least one directed at zoo visitors.
The post created a social media frenzy that prompted thousands of people to comment. Suzanne Lemonnier explains how it happened and what the zoo did about it.
In this Facebook post, the worker appears to be at a concession stand. She wears a Brookfield Zoo green cap and shirt. The caption reads, "What's up, y'all? At work serving these rude, expletive white people." This post says, "I'm only going so I won't get fired, but when I do get there, I ain't doing expletive. Hashtag, period." Here, the worker gives the camera the middle finger. The post spread rapidly on social media when the poster tagged Brookfield Zoo in each post. We showed them to some zoo patrons.
We should be focusing on why people are so angry that they have to lash out like that.
You sound to me like you're saying this could be something we could all learn from.
Oh, 100%, 100%.
Outrage on social media grew with Brandy Odie from Marietta, Georgia writing, "I hope she learned for every reaction there is an action." Brookfield Zoo fired the worker and issued a statement saying in part, "This employee's statements in social media are in violation of our policies and do not reflect our institution's values. We have zero tolerance for these kinds of divisive behaviors."
I'm not going to stop coming because of one employee. That's just ignorant. It's not them as a whole. It's one person.
And a zoo spokesperson echoed that very sentiment, saying the hope is the actions of one person won't overshadow the longstanding good work of the Chicago Zoological Society that manages the zoo.
All right, so you guys just watched the news clip, and the zoo also issued an apology and wants people to start coming back to the zoo, and they're saying that her actions does not reflect, that of the zoo. And this whole situation is a mess. First of all, I'm gonna need Shauna Latrice to have several fucking seats for this stupid ass post. Did you not learn anything from the Subway sandwich artist who got fired down in Mississippi for laughing at those two cops being killed? People are not playing with their place of business. If you can't act accordingly on social media, you will lose your job, because at the end of the day, you're a representation of your job on social media and off of social media. If you want to keep your job, then I suggest you keep your mouth shut. Now, what I always find funny is that you have so many black folks being hypocrites once again, just like they were with that girl down in Mississippi who said she was happy about the cops getting killed. You have black folks saying that she shouldn't lose her job. That's her opinion. She has a right to say that. I know deep down inside, had that been a white girl named Sarah Smith, And Sarah Smith done wrote some shit like that she's tired of dealing with rude ass black people, rude ass black customers. Black folks would have been calling for her head. Black Lives Matter would have started a hashtag and everything else. We can't have our cake and eat it too. If y'all don't want white folks being rude and saying racist things on social media, then black folks can't say it either. So I don't feel bad for this girl getting fired. You just can't post whatever you want on social media when you work for somebody. Now, if you're an entrepreneur and you work for yourself, you can say whatever the hell you want. But even then, you have to say things within limits. You don't have the right to offend people or hurt people unjustly. And not every white person is rude, just like not every black person is ghetto. Not every black person is ignorant or violent. So it's not okay to just paint a whole group of people with one brush. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure that every white person she encounters throughout the day is not rude to her. So for her to say that, you know, she's tired of serving these rude ass white people definitely is a slap in the face to white people who come to that zoo, who spend their money and who are not rude to her. So anyways, you guys, let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. How do you feel about Shauna Latrice losing her job for what she posted on social media? Do you think that she deserved to lose her job, or do you feel like that was too hard? She shouldn't have been fired. Let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. All right. Hey YouTube, it's your girl Lovely T, and you can show me some love by hitting that subscribe button, watching my previous videos, and following me on social media.